blessed day. Let me turn it up. Turn me up in the headphones. Blessed day, everybody. I pray all is well. I pray this weekend is safe for everybody because I want the kids to have fun outside. You feel me? Let me mute this. It's been a lot of killings here lately. I guess because it's been hot outside or nice outside. Ain't hot yet, but you know, certain people don't know how to act when they get hot outside. But I pray they get it together one day. And it don't take for everybody to die or go to jail for it to be over one day. I need people to really think and open their fucking minds. Forgive my French. But yeah. I think I might go for a bike ride today. Treat myself. I started back working out yesterday. I'm thinking about throwing Envy out on his butt. And getting me another, what? When creepy cops won't leave girls alone. This is just nasty. I don't want to watch that. Yeah. Don't mind my hair. I'm going to get it done today. I had to do my foundation because I needed to be the right way. A certain way, I mean. Prescription meds. Niggas already making their own medicine over here. What we need India for?
American, all of the luxury brands.
I didn't even take that mess.
Off of people when they go over to China and actually purchase those bags
with
or whatever
stuff that God blessed me with
for extremely cheap, $5-10. You know what I'm saying? Now India is about to expose America, or they're on the brink of exposing America due to the fact that there was a 26% tariff that was actually posed on India, and India makes about half of the prescription, the generic prescription drugs for America. So will India actually follow suit and call America out just like China did? It seems as though that they're starting to. So like I said, China has taken the bull by the horns and exposed all of these luxury brands and things of that nature. Now it's up to India to
Tough
take
News
that
TV I'm looking
straight
at
into the mud ground. You know what I'm saying?
So what is going on?
So I want you guys to check out these clips and I'll be back.
Hi, my name is Lex. I'm a nurse, and if you take prescription medication,
what's going? So my hearing.
As of this morning, Trump has imposed
I don't feel like that. That's all. I really don't.
India makes 50% of all of the generic medications
if I do that, I'm gonna have to start
prescribed in the United States. That means your antibiotics, your diabetes medications, your blood pressure medications, your statins, your antidepressants, all of those, if they are the generic version that is manufactured in India, will increase in price by 26%. As a healthcare worker, this news terrifies me because
people need to tap in.
Compliance is a huge
that man-made
issue
medicine
in the United States. Not the people that we see
herbs and minerals is all we need.
Or emergency, simply because they cannot afford their prescription medications, is insane.
You don't need to smoke it.
Forget.
Don't smoke it like you don't smoke the herbs. Take them. Take the herbs, drink the herbs, you know? Apply them topically.
Who had to choose between feeding his kids and filling his antihypertensives, his blood pressure medications.
But man-made medications, no.
He obviously chose feeding his kids. A aneurysm that had been growing in his head burst because his blood pressure grew too high. And he died. These types of tariffs, these types of attacks on our medicine will kill people. And once again, we pay the tariffs. India does not pay the tariffs. You and I do.
Girl, taking the medicine gonna kill you.
If they are the generic form and one of the
Forgive my
1 and 2
French.
medications that are the
I'm
generic
trying to work on
form
my
manufactured
profanity.
in
It's so
India.
hard. It's so hard.
We're
It's so
increasing the
hard.
price by 26%.
Need to work on it. Like,
And people are going to die because of
I'm
it.
not angry anymore. I don't
And
know
people are
why.
going to die because of
I
it.
curse.
And people are
Still.
going to die because of it.
Okay, so right now everybody's laughing at the people who buy designer because they're
The original video I'm stitching this to is pretty funny, but it's really surprising to me though that a lot of people don't talk about this, because anybody who has family in India or comes to visit knows that you buy all your prescription drugs here. There's a lot of stuff that you don't even need a prescription to pick up, like antibiotics or muscle relaxers, non-opioid painkillers.
Did you say
I mean,
your
you just
mama
don't
what?
need them.
Sea
The
pilot?
GLP-1s are the big thing, right? Even like my name brand Manjaro that I'm on my way to get my injection today.
Oh yeah, tell me about it, Dot.
$42 per shot.
I know, I'm working on
think
it.
even
I'm working on
directly in
it.
the US, it's like $1,000 a month. Whereas I'm paying
But the sea pilot, why you want to talk about your mom early this morning? It's too early. It's too early.
The city that I live in, Hyderabad,
It's too
actually
early, baby.
manufactures like 90% of the world's generic medicine right here in the city. And they're sold all over the world. And the government sets the price. That's why pharmaceuticals are so cheap here.
I'm in India right now. Come with me to go to a local pharmacy to see how much common medications cost in India compared to the US.
One of the best things about India is that you could go to any local pharmacy without a doctor's prescription and get almost any medication you want for a fraction of the cost. If you're diabetic,
Don't say that too loud. My folks gonna be on there to get
$5 to
the.
$10 per vial compared to $300 to $500 in the U.S. And people usually go to 2 to 5 vials a month. Metformin is a very common anti-diabetic drug, very effective. It's a tenth of the cost in India. Amoxicillin is one of the most commonly prescribed antibiotics for common infections. For a 10-day course, it's $3.50 in India compared to $86 in the US. Steroids are very commonly used medications. Prednisone, 5 milligrams daily for 10 days would cost you 50 cents compared to $30 in the States. Now, tenofovir is a very commonly used HIV medication, one of the most effective. In India, it's $20 to $40 for a month supply compared to $2,000 to $3,000 in the US. Symbicort is for COPDers and asthmatics. $3 to $10 an inhaler compared to almost $300 in the U.S.
$10 for an inhaler,
We're seeing
$350.
this amazing upheaval with China showing how much luxury goods
I
actually
don't know when
cost.
the last time I
And
used an
people are
inhaler.
finally seeing,
I think I was in high
companies
school
like
and I wasn't even
BYD and
smoking
how
yet.
cheap their cars are, how much better the technology is, how you can even get personalized cars. But this is only the
Hey,
beginning.
Charmaine.
Once China shows that
Blessed
you
day,
can just
girl.
get an Apple product without the Apple logo at cost, or a stereo system, water purifiers, and the biggest one is going to be pharmaceuticals. So whether that's insulin production in India, any medication that you can think of that when you buy it from, your insurance in America, and a drug that you need to take costs $3,000 a month, but you could actually buy it direct from India for $5. Like, the revolution is being televised. The revolution is an information revolution right now. I think a lot of people were talking about Mario's brother and being like, when is that next part? Like, this is almost a spiritual sequential moment. We are seeing in real time the dissolution of the middleman and the dissolution of the idea of what quality means, what luxury means. It really is so shocking to me that China's this whole time just been like, yeah, let's just keep working and keep securing the bag. Like, let people think that these products are coming from Italy. Let them think that it's coming from France. We're still getting paid. So yeah, once pharmaceuticals start going the way of how China is speaking about these products and the markup, I think that we're going to see a major shift.
All right, so you guys just heard all of that and the price differential as it pertains to some of the cost of the most sought after medicine that people need in America and abroad, right?
Blessed
Now,
day,
we're all
everybody.
privy to the fact that our healthcare system is extremely flawed. And I believe that we're one of the few nations that don't provide free healthcare. Now, let me share with you the real reason why we don't have free healthcare in America, right? Check out this clip and I'll be back.
Nearly 100% of the reason why the United States is the only country in the world that doesn't define healthcare.
There's some lazy
as a right,
motherfuckers. They don't want to make shit
sort of national
themselves.
healthcare system to speak of
Fucking lazy.
is because of racism.
They want to go steal it.
It really began
Burn
in the
people's shit down and take it over.
1890s when medicine
Cheap
became a
people.
thing. And there was this
Charmaine,
woman,
I said
Frederick
hello.
Hoffman, who came over here from Germany. And
Did you step away from
he
the
was a
phone?
young
I
man.
said
He
hello.
was 17, in fact, when he came over, and was a numbers genius. And
What are you
he
doing
was the
this
guy who
morning?
figured
Or
out that
where,
there's a
like,
physical association between
is it
working
morning
the
where you
cotton
are?
mill and having lung problems,
Is it
asbestos,
morning where you are?
smoking, and lung cancer, and diet and cancer. In fact, his book on the association between a high processed food diet and cancer is still in print. Yeah, he's been dead since 1946, but his book is still around. So he's really smart in these things. And so he married this Southern belle from Georgia who was from a racist plantation family. And so he ran the numbers on black people and found that black people were dying, dropping like flies, more likely to be sick, more likely to die of pretty much everything. And concluded, which was the general consensus at the time among a lot of white people in the South, this is again in the 1890s, that black people were genetically inferior. And in 1896, he published a book called Race, Tendencies, and Traits of the American Negro, in which he lays out all the numbers, and then he concludes that if we simply avoided allowing black people to have any access to health care, that within 2 or 3 generations, the whole race would die out, and that would solve the race problem in America.
Now, it hadn't been too long ago where Luigi had put a slug in the CEO of United Healthcare, Brian Thompson.
Luigi, what's your PP number, Luigi? Or your M8 number?
Of United Healthcare,
Got a couple dollars for you. I'll send you like $50.
He was making threats. So there's a shift in America right now. People have been.
I ain't writing no
tired,
letters.
the American
I
people
wasn't
are
writing
sick
my
and tired,
dad.
and they're starting to do something
Not
about
sending no
it as it
kites.
pertains to being bamboozled by these health insurance companies, having to pay high dollar amounts for certain medications and things like that. It's just out of control. But anyway, like I said, India is about to start talking. Now, there's not a bevy of videos like the Chinese made when exposing these
Yo, I
luxury
did some
brands and
stretches
things
yesterday
like
with my
that. But like I
spine.
said, they're entering the chat. And it's going to be
I'ma do 'em
interesting
today,
to see
but
to what
I gotta
magnitude
take it
they
easy because I gave
expose
myself a
America.
headache doing that
And
shit.
the fact that they double and triple all the prices
My
of the
big ass
prescriptions
head.
that
See
they
my
actually
head?
get from India.
I got like a
But
Tweety
anyway,
Bird
I'm gonna let this
head.
go right here. I want you guys to drop down in the
See that,
comments and
John?
let me know what you think about everything that was discussed in this video.
Like
Don't
what?
forget to like, comment, share, and if you're new
I don't
here,
know.
consider
My
something
mom
to the
said I
channel.
split.
I'll get with you guys later.
I split her situation. So I already know, like, my head was big. What is big? It is big. That was Kelly. What are you talking about? Kelly, your head big. I know it's big. It's all good. Certain shirts I gotta stretch out the top because I gotta put it over my head. And don't let me have braids. Hats, forget about it. Unless I got my old hair, wear my old hair. I don't want to hear the music. Just talk. I want to hear the conversation. That's it. Let's stay, guys.
I like to ask first question. Handle your business. Hey man, look, I gotta ask the $1 million question. We gotta address the elephant in the room. So I'm just gonna go ahead and ask it, dog. Was that girl really your cousin or no, bro?
Wait. What you working with?
Hey, yo.
What you working with?
Damn, I can't help my cousin bring it back.
What's up, Mr. Gamer? Thank you. Thanks for the sub. I'll sub back. And no, I am. I'm trying to stop smoking. I don't smoke as much as I used to. I slowed down a lot. And I slowed down even more this past, like, 2-3 weeks. So I'm on it. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. For sure, for sure. Let me ask you this, because me watching.
I try to, like, quit cold turkey.
I never knew you as an actor.
Like, because I was fasting from the 21st of March to
Just starting to be
the
an
5th of
actor.
April.
How
And I
was
wasn't
it
smoking,
doing
but
that first?
the first
What's
2
the
days I
first
wasn't
shot? Like, when you
smoking
just started
straight.
doing it and the cameras were
And I had a
rolling,
splitting
how was
headache,
that
like I
feeling?
couldn't
Was you
bear it.
nervous? You just, of course,
So I had to, like, pick it up again.
was surreal to me.
But it ain't like it was. But I'm trying to, like, stop completely.
A year and a half acting classes.
Well, I'm going to stop completely.
5 to 10 years to learn how to act. That's what's up. So
My day good
even
so
though I
far.
learned
How
so
about you?
fast, I still had to get
What you doing today?
Get around the cameras, meet everybody, get comfortable. I still couldn't fold it under pressure. You know, but it was
Are we in the same time zone as 9:52 where I am?
if I really brought that dog out me and brought everything I could to the table, I was only gonna win. Yeah. So let me ask you a question. How was that transition from the shadows of your pops to getting on to the series and truly
That's
becoming
good.
your own man and the stardom that came with that? Like, how was that transition from point A to point B?
It was hard for me. We two different
That's
people.
good.
The phone calls every day, the visits, and you going to see him in person. You know, the childhood memories. I really know him, so it wasn't hard to bring him to light, but the hard process was learning his childhood and how he grew up and what made him become him.
I can understand
You
that.
know,
Yeah,
it was a lot because he grew up. Me and him grew up in two totally different environments.
True.
You know,
Right.
he grew up in the 70s in Detroit, the very capital of the world. There was a lot of opportunity for kids, especially, you know, being African American.
Right.
So he took what he had in front of him and made himself a legend. And he told me
It's doing a little too
about
slow
him
for me.
walking to school with holes in his shoes.
It's a little too slow. I know that I'm quitting and I slow down a lot.
Hello. No, it looks crazy. My bad. This is driver's license. How you doing?
I'm alright, how are you? How you doing tonight?
I'm with the window.
Got anybody else down there?
Alright.
You know what I'm stopping you for this morning at this point?
I think it's the lights.
Not the lights, you don't have a license plate. Yo, what's going on with him?
I know something.
Whose car is it?
This fool forgot the license.
What's
But
going
I'm
on?
gonna let you guys go for the day. Well, no, for this part of the day. I'll pick back up with you guys after I get my top done. Be blessed
How long have you owned it? I just
and
need some
watch
sort of
out for
proof
your
that you own the car.
surroundings. Catch me back